Okay. You like my gray outfit today? So today I just wanted to talk about what I've been doing in Finland for the past, how many months now? 3 months. During my time here. So in January I was living in Joensuu and I couldn't find a job for the life of me because every job that I applied for, they were like, you have to know Finnish, you have to know Finnish. So that was really difficult to navigate, and my T officer, who's like the unemployment person, tried to help me like figure out some options that I could have. In January, I couldn't find a job, and so, I was unemployed. And then in February, I started applying to different jobs, and we moved to Helsinki, and I think that's when everything started to change. Different jobs, I applied for a couple daycare jobs, and also a cleaning job at the British Embassy, because I was a nurse before, and I was like, well, I clean up messes every day, so like why not just clean up like corporate people's messes? But I didn't hear back from the embassy, and I thought that I had experience in childcare, but I thought that here you had to get like a certificate or something like that in order to be a daycare teacher. So I was like, well, now nobody's going to want to hire me because I don't have that certificate. So I applied to 2 of them, like 2 English daycares. Only one of them responded to me. So I went to the English daycare and I did a trial run. And, the kids seemed to like me. So I did that, and then I did it 4 times in the month of February. And I didn't make that much money, but it was fun to be like productive and like doing things, to get out of the house once in a while. Like during December and January when I was in Joensuu, I wasn't doing much. I was just like cleaning the house, doing the housewife stuff, cooking a lot. And after like a month of cleaning and cooking, I was like, no, I'm really tired of this already. So for my own mental health, I just had to go and find a job. I don't think I'm cut out for the housewife life. I went and took care of some kids at a daycare, and I learned a lot about Finnish daycares. I learned that, they eat nice, real food here, and all the kids get to like spend an obscene amount of time outside, which means I also have to spend a long time outside. And a lot of the kids here are like super independent. Like the kids there range from like 1 to 5, and like the 1-year-olds and the 2-year-olds like know that it's like time to get dressed, and like they'll be like ready to get dressed. And then like the 5-year-olds, like the 3 and up basically, they like know how to dress themselves, and it's like multiple layers of clothing. So the kids are awesome. And so I did that in February, and I made $200. I don't know if I'm going to include that, but I made $200. So that's like my spending money for this month. And then March rolled around. I didn't really apply that much for jobs in February, because I was just like, well, this is fine if it's like, when they need me, they'll call me kind of situation. But near the end of February, I just randomly felt like I should email this influencer. And so I emailed this influencer, and so for the month of March, I'm gonna be a influencer manager, and I was asking to be like an assistant to like help with filming and like do random things. I thought that would be fun to do, you know? Another job that I wanted was to be a florist or something. All the flower shops, they seem nice, but I'm afraid that my allergies might flare up. So I haven't really applied to any floral shops yet. I might, but at least in Helsinki there are like more options here for like English speakers, so I don't have to, you know, what do you call it? I don't have to like do other stuff, and I don't necessarily need Finnish to find a job. And I'm still learning Finnish, but it's it's gonna take a while if I want to become a nurse here. I have to, one, be what do you call it? Be at like a B1 level, which is like proficient in Finnish, and then like take like a test or a language test, and then after that I have to go to these classes, nursing classes, and like try and figure that out too. So the person told me at this like counseling thing, she told me it would take like at least 2 years to like become a nurse here. So that's why I'm like exploring my options. And honestly, I feel like this influencer manager thing might be something that I'd want to do, even though like my major is like completely not related, like nursing and like being an influencer manager. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. But you know, I guess we're both, I think the influencer is like really helping me, like teaching me like things in the industry that I wouldn't have known to navigate. And so yeah, I'm learning a lot in this job, and it's nice that I can work from home and work from anywhere. And you know, currently right now that's mostly doing like brand pitches where you email brands to try and, you know, see if they would want to collaborate with her. And I think that's pretty fun. I love researching like companies, and like, you know, it's kind of just like writing a cover letter for like companies that you'd want to work for or work with. And obviously I want to work with like a lot of different companies and like a lot of fashion companies. So I think that's really exciting. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I haven't made any money from that yet. But yeah, I guess the rate is 20%, so I get 20% of whatever she gets. I think that's fine with me. But yeah, so this is the March update, beginning of March update, and I've made a total of this much money, $200. Yeah, and I'm not a real influencer. I'm like a nano influencer, if anything. Yeah. That's fine. I think this is just a hobby, right? Wasn't so successful. Oh my god, that scared me.